Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite pressure berater and pressure content creator is back on the platform. Yes, I know, clap and cheer. I've crawled out the man cave for yet another video about pressure controversy so I can make some money, bro. I need the Burger King meals. I need the dollar.
Skip it up and down.
At the very beginning of Pressure when the game first released, it was probably the most anticipated game from all the leaks on TikTok and like other games. Like just people wanted something new to play on Roblox, and especially the horror genre on Roblox has been super dry, dude. And especially the Doors like fans, people that play Doors wanted more content from Doors. This was a whole new step in a new direction, man. This game looked amazing. Even I hopped on the bandwagon. I didn't even know what the game was until my friend showed me about it. And honestly, dude, I was absolutely hooked, bro. I mean, everybody that touched this game was hooked. The fact that there was so much to learn at first, the monsters, there was lore, bro. There was lore. There's not many Roblox games that have lore, bro. Voice acting, very good sound design. It was actually kind of challenging, so you weren't just bored walking around through the hallways. You actually had to like lock in. That and the badges made it 10 times better, bro. Where did it all go wrong? You may ask. Where did everything go wrong? This game had a great upcoming, bro.
He flips it downfield and McLaurin.
In this time period, Doors was rumored and announced that Floor 2 was going to be dropped. And Pressure was going to be dropping their first update on the game's since the game's release, which was a month after the game's release. Now, in this time frame, Zeal has kickstarted a Sebastian plushie and has teased more than 30 models for different mobs and other things, and has even teased a whole changelog on, you know, the featured Friendly Fire update, which wasn't much out of view. And most people thought it was just a teaser because it looked like a teaser, but I said otherwise because I knew the truth, but I'm not going to get into that yet. But most people were looking forward to this update. I mean, he kickstarted a Sebastian plushie. It looked like he was getting serious about this, man. The changelogs for the teaser looked nice. There was 2 rumored mobs that was going to be coming out, and the footage of the coral wall dweller or whatever looked cool. That means they must have been dropping some new stuff, and he did not say there was going to be a new encounter yet. And most people thought that within a month of the game's release that he would be dropping a new encounter with the new update. I mean, that's the first update of the game, and it's been a month since he's updated the game. But anyways, the Friendly Fire update drops. People log in and check what the update is. They go in the changelog, see the announcement section. Friendly Fire just dropped. Go nuts. The changelog is a turret, coral wall dweller, 2 new badges or 3 new badges, a settings menu, and a few other miscellaneous stuff like some new looks to some of the mobs and reworks of the items, bro, like how they look. Oh, and he removed keycard duping and any buff batteries, which, I mean, was whatever. But that was basically the entire update. That was Friendly Fire. A month after the game's release, when most of the players have done most of the things you can do in the game, and since the game basically had 0 replayability to begin with on release, this was absolutely unacceptable. On top of that, they didn't even add a new encounter, so people were still dealing with Skywatcher doing these new runs. Which I'm going to say till this day, I won't be touching this game until they add a new encounter. Skywatcher is so boring. The average Pressure player was obviously enraged by this update, even after playing the update thinking it couldn't be that bad. It was that bad. After one run, the game felt as bad as it was before the update. Still 0 replayability. So people took their opinions, well, to be honest, they took their honest truth to the Discord server and to the general, talking about how bad this update was. And Zeal and the mods did not like it. But they couldn't really do much when it was the entire community. The entire community was outraged by this update. It was an entire war for an entire day in the server, to the point where the mods had to lock the whole server for an extended period of time until things cooled down, and where they had to reform the whole moderation system. The whole Pressure community got flipped on its head for one update. And which made this worse, and made it even look worse on Zeal's part, is that he literally marked his hiatus on taking a break on development after the game's release. I'm guessing he got his feelings hurt after people blew up in the server saying the update was horrible. And I guess he got his feelings hurt and was just like, I'm going to take a break, which did not make anything any better. People lost more faith in him and was just like, okay, this guy's horrible. Let's look forward to Doors. But he drops this lackluster update after kickstarting a Sebastian plushie, making people throw their monies at that, then actually like deving his game. Come on, Zeal. All right, on a serious note though, yeah, people were pissed. And honestly, most of the Pressure community lost their faith in Zeal and started to move towards floor 2 of Doors. And started hoping that Doors would save the horror genre of Roblox. Floor 2 is finally announced and finally drops, and most of the people that were playing Pressure to get that horror high feeling, or sort of flip-flopping in between playing Doors Floor 1 and playing Pressure, were finally thrown with some new content, dude. Playing Floor 2 was a whole, not even a breath of fresh air, it was like a whole whippet of new content, dude. The update saved the horror genre of Roblox. And with this, Floor 2 drops, Zeal announces that he's gonna stop taking a break and he's gonna go back to deving. Which honestly, not many people didn't even care he was gonna do this. They didn't really have high hopes for him anyways. What did Zeal do while Floor 2 dropped? Now, he did drop a few new updates, I'm going to be quite honest with you. What were these updates, you might ask? He added emotes to the game. You can emote now in the game. And I think he added world chat. Don't quote me on this. I don't know if he actually added it or it was still teased to this day while I'm recording this. But I think you can talk like VC and VC to the whole like lobby if you're far away from them. Like depending on how far the other players are, they can hear you. So it's like a radio-ish.
You serious?
Still no new encounter after Floor 2 dropped. Still no new mobs, basically. The Coral Wall Dweller was a reskin. And I mean, the turret's cool and whatever. That's not a mob, though. That's like a room event. And on top of that, bro, I'm still having to deal with Skywatcher. The best update, these were all marked up as quality of life changes. Or little changes, bro. The game's been out for how long? This is unacceptable. Now, as I'm recording this, when the Friendly Fire update dropped, it was sitting around 150k players, or no, before the Friendly Fire update dropped, and while the Friendly Fire update was active, it was sitting around, averaging around 100k players, or 100k, 50k players, 150k players. It was averaging a lot of players. Floor 2 drops of Doors. Doors averages around 100k players. Pressure averages around 10 to 5k players. The entire community leaped from Pressure to Doors, dude. They all ditched Zeal, bro. Oh, I forgot to mention that he did add interactions for Sebastian as well, but nobody cared about that as well besides the Pressure Gooners, which I doubt they even cared about that much as well. The only people that still play Pressure to this day are either flip-flopping between Doors and Pressure. Either that or they still really love the game, or they're trying to hit world records. There's some trying to do some really minuscule, obscure thing that does not really matter. Or they're just still badge hunting because they still have not got that one locker list badge that they've been trying to get since the game's release. Or they're new, I guess. Pressure fell from grace. And if you really do not believe it has, you are honestly wrong. From sitting around 200k players to dropping to 10k to 5k players is honestly unbelievable.